Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to the Making My Own Luck charity live virtual stream. We will get going in just a few minutes here. I'm gonna post in a couple of different places that we are live, and we will be on our way. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm just getting this set up so I can share that we are officially live. Hold on one second. I'm going to have to grab the link on my phone also because I have to share places there. Let me make sure my phone volume's turned down so I don't get any interruptions during this time. How do I see my own live video? Come on. There we go. Share, copy link. And I have two people I need to message this to. All right. And now I am going to post this in my own event and then on my business page event. And we'll be good to go. Oops. Link. There we go. Make sure that's working. That might be the wrong link. I just realized. That's the wrong link, isn't it? Yeah, I just need part. Whoopsie daisy. My bad, guys. Because that will take you to my studio. So hold on. I'm going to post this a different way. I'm going to post it from my phone, actually, to make this a little bit easier. Since I just scrapped that. So events. Let me see, this is mine, right? Yeah. Let me delete that first one that I just posted. Come on. Oh, this is the wrong event. That's why I was wondering. So I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to post a new one. There we go. That's right. Live stream link. Do that. Select all, copy, post. All right. Post. Okay. And now I'm going to post it here just in case. And one more spot. Actually, 2 more spots. I lied. Okay, and then let me go to Instagram, and I'm going to do 2 more posts quickly. Okay, no new important messages. Just hold on. Sticker. Where's the link? This goes here. There's that. And then one more thing. Edit profile. Links. Put that there. And live stream link. Done. Back. Make sure that worked. Yep, cool. Alrighty. And we are good to go. So let's start off this live stream. If you've not ever seen or met me before, I am Mike the Magic Man. I do magic, as the name says. And today, I am going to be performing 15 illusions. At least that's what's on the docket for today. But we could be doing more possibly, but we have 15 planned here, or I have 15 planned here. If you have any questions or any comments, they can be posted in the chat on YouTube. And down in the description of this live stream is all the links to donate or buy my book. Half of any donations for my book or any of the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle will go towards the American Cancer Society. A portion of any bookings for any future shows will be going towards that too. I also forgot to put the Cameo on there. If somebody has any questions about Cameo, they can do that too. But only a portion of that will also go on there because Cameo is a different rate than everything else. But I will be mentioning that after every single illusion because I want to make sure everybody knows about it. So you will hear it many times today, but that is okay. I am wearing a standard magician outfit today. I didn't have time to get into my cosplay outfits, but I do cosplay routinely. I'm going to turn off that light back there, so I'll be right back. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, I like that better. I like how that looks better. Okay. That's much better lighting. I didn't know if we had too much lighting here on this stream. With that being said, now that we're all set up the way I want to be, we're going to start off with our first illusion. And one of the things that I was told while I was performing at a recent event was that somebody wanted to buy the book because they were interested in how I prepared for illusions in front of people. So I figured that I would demonstrate. I'm not going to show you, not going to explain how I do it, but I'm going to demonstrate how I do it by doing it on stream. So I didn't have this pre-set up beforehand. And you can see the live work of how I would talk through to somebody. There would be a little bit more conversation than this in the actual performance, but that's okay. So there we go. The deck is now ready to go for whatever I need to do, which is going to be starting off with our first illusion. And this is what the book looks like in case you didn't know. It may be flipped for you guys on screen, but that is what the book looks like. I will be keeping that to the side at any time so I can access it. So we are not going in order of the actual book illusions because the order of the book illusions are easiest to most difficult, and then categorized by the type of illusion. I set this order up for your entertainment. So this is actually number 4, I believe, in the book. It's called Catching Four of a Kind. Let's see here. I can show you quickly before we get into it. So it's under Captivating Card Tricks. And there are visual and recorded performances for both of those. This is actually number 2 in the book. And it's called The Formula for Catching Four of a Kind. But I will keep this open right here off screen so that we don't have to flip to that part of the book every single time. So here we have the Ace of Spades. So you go right in the middle. And then on the bottom here, we have the Ace of Diamonds, which also going to go right in the middle of the deck. Now, this is all live. So if I screw up, your guys are going to see it. That's the beauty of a live stream. But so far, so good. 2 aces right there. Put off to the side. So we have the Ace of Diamonds and Ace of Spades already out of the middle of the deck, which leaves us with the Ace of Clubs, which is going to go right into the middle, just like so. And then we're going to put the Ace of Hearts right into the middle, just like this. And we're going to give the cards a quick toss. And you can see both aces right there. And that is my own handling. The original concept of finding the 4 aces has been around for decades, maybe even centuries, ever since cards have existed. But the handling is my own. From there, we can go right into, and I'm going to just toss these somewhere in the middle of the deck so that they are back in random spots like they were when we started off. Once again, you can donate to following any of the links below or by booking me. Half of all donations for any of the book or cash donations are going to go towards American Cancer Society. Any bookings for Cameo or booking me for a show, a portion of that will go towards American Cancer Society. So continue onward, and it will depend how much you book me for. I would have 2 people choose a card from this point. The deck could be shuffled. Actually, I will shuffle it just for the sake of things. So I would have a spectator shuffle it at this point. And this is catching 2 cards, or the terrific 2. And this is number 3 in the book on page 57. This was always an interest of mine because I wanted to involve more people in my shows. So catching 4 of a kind allows for 4 people to be involved because they can put the aces in there. Actually, I forgot to let you know that, but you could, as the audience, could put the aces in there when I was doing that illusion. This allows for 2 people to choose cards. They could both be signed. The aces could be signed too, in theory, actually. And then what I could do this is I would have, so for example, 1 and 2. And I'm going to show them to the camera. My eyes are going to be closed when I do this, so I will not know either of these cards. So you can see my eyes are closed. You can see both cards right here. And then I'm going to put them face down and put them back down on the table. Now, I do teach a different handling in the book than what I'm about to do, but this is for, again, an entertainment reason and a more advanced handling. Any advanced handlings that are shown on the stream, if you would like to learn them, you can contact me after the stream, and then I would be able to show you those for a nominal fee. So what we're going to do here is it's a look very similar to the last illusion. Almost identical, you might say. So we have the 2 diamonds there. It doesn't matter now if I see it, but that's going to go right into the middle of the deck. And we have the 3 diamonds. It's very weird that I chose 2 random cards that were just like in both suit and number. But that was not on purpose, I swear. Everyone here saw the choosing of said cards randomly and the shuffling. So that was just a luck, but there's the catch, and here's both the 2 and 3 diamonds. I'm going to put those back in the middle. If they're down next to each other somehow later on, I will be amazed because I just separated them. So that will be the real magic, as they say. We are going to continue on to the first of 15 illusions that are taught in the book, which is learning to glide. I'm going to show you 3 different versions of this. One of them I do not teach and I do not perform. Rarely, I should say. I'm going to use this as a little table. And then that's the first one I'm going to show you. The second one and the third one I do perform rarely, and they're just 2 different ways to perform the illusion. They both are taught in the book, both the second and third methods. I'd be open to maybe teaching the first method, but it would be probably a different situation because I would have to find somebody that would give me the rights to teach that first technique. So it looks like this, the first technique. I learned this a very long time ago. So let's say we took the 5 diamonds, go like that, leave it right there, and it would jump to the top like that. It is a easy to see technique. I don't like the way it looks. It's not deceiving. It's the technique itself is just difficult to hide. So that's why I don't perform it usually. It might look clean here on camera, but in person, it is absolutely terrible, I will say. So while I am in person, usually after performing 2 illusions like I just did, I will go ahead and say, let me pull you behind the curtain, so to speak, even though there is no curtain here, it's invisible, obviously, and show you what one of the slides that I use looks like isolated. And when I do that, this is what I usually do. I usually say, so we're going to take the 6 of spades, put it down right here, give the cards a couple of cuts, and the 6 of spades jumps right to the top. That 6 of spades can also be signed. And the card previously, the 5 diamonds, could have been signed too, just to make that clear. Now we're going to continue on to the next option, which is the second method, and the easier of the 2 methods that I would tell people. And the reason why this one is taught first is because it teaches many of the sleights that you'll be using later on in the book. So for example, if we use the 5 diamonds again, put that on the bottom right there like that, and the 5 diamonds jumps to the top. By the way, there's only 1 5 diamonds in this whole deck. It's right here. There's not another 5 diamonds before people start asking me that question. Once again, all of any book buyings, and I need to be checking my phone, speaking of which, any bookings, any donations, anything like that during the stream or during this week from now until the 24th, will be half of it will be donated to the American Cancer Society, and any bookings for my shows or any of that options will be also donated towards that. So we will continue going here. So it's this whole week. It's from today all the way to the 24th at midnight. So really the 25th at 12:01 is when it would stop in theory, if you want to go that far. I might even go into the morning of the 25th, depending on what I'm doing that day. I just will be tracking everything, depending on how everything goes. With that being said, let's go right into the next illusion, which is called Portal Possible. Actually, sorry, I switched the order of these two. That's right. We're going to go into switching places first. So I actually recently did this one at an event that I was at in Georgia after the performance for a younger couple, a high school couple to be specific. And this is going to be number 4 in the book on page 59. Keep in mind that all these pages could change depending on what version of the book you get, because I did have this reprinted recently, but it should be the same pages because I checked when I reprinted it. So let's go right into this. This is another 2-version effect or 2-person effect. And this allows for, again, more people to be involved. Once again, these cards could be signed. The deck could be shuffled, just like I'm doing right now. And we're going to go right here. So I'm going to choose 2 cards again. 1. If it's a 2 diamonds and 3 diamonds, I'm going to be absolutely befuddled. And we will just question everything in the universe. But here we go. There's the 2 cards. They're going down the table. I do not know what they are right now. I'm going to do advanced handling again. So this is not the handling that's in the book, but I'm willing to teach said handling for a nominal fee. This also allows me to get a peek at said card, and I now know that that is not the 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds. So that is good, because I was about to be very confused. So let's continue onward here. although they are the same suit and are again close in the same two consecutive numbers, which is strange to say the least. So if I give it a snap, you'll see that the one card jumps right to the top of 7 clubs. Again, I didn't know that card until about 5 seconds ago. We're going to put that card right here. We'll use this little table again. We're going to put that card down here on the little table. And now I would hand this card to somebody else, but I'll just show it here. This is automatically the 7 clubs. And this happens to be the other card that we chose, the 9 clubs. We're going to separate these two again. And again, if they come up next to each other at some point in this show, I will be calling that real magic. Continue onward here. Once again, donations are accepted to any of the links below. Half of all the cash links or the book buying will go towards American Cancer Society. Portion to Cameo or my show bookings will go towards American Cancer Society until next week on September 24th at 12:01 a.m. So now we are going to go on to Portal Possible, which I mentioned before. This came up because many of the illusions that I was performing at the time, I did not have any link to any cosplays that I was doing when I started cosplaying back in 2019. So I was starting to think of different ways that I can make something linked to the character that I perform as. So here, I don't need this card actually. I would have the deck shuffled by a spectator. And then we would pick out a random card. I'm going to show you the second card. And we're going to put it right back in the middle of the deck. Now, this handling is definitely taught in the book. Just like it is here on stream. It is weird that we chose Ace of Diamonds. That was completely random. That will go right in the middle. Just like that. And then there's actually 2 handlings taught in the book. I'm going to do the one I prefer, but there are 2 handlings taught in the book. Just keep that in mind. This was in collaboration with a couple of our magicians that gave me an easier handling. And as I say in the book, always be open to criticism, no matter positive or negative, but positive is preferred. And this allows you to think of new ways to perform your illusions. So you can see that that we have a metal casing around the card box right there. And your card is somewhere inside this card box. And you can just drop it out like that. And it comes right out of the card box. I'm going to make a quick pause. I'll be right back. I'm going to go see what that noise was. That was not planned. Okay, I'm back. So that was box falling in the closet. Although that was perfectly timed with the card falling out of the box. And that is weird how that happened. Nothing broke, just a little mess. I'm going to clean up after stream. We are good there. I started to clean up a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that we continue in a timely fashion on the stream. Once again, you could donate to any of the links below. There's Cash App, Venmo, instructions for PayPal, instructions for Zelle, a link for Gig Salad, which is my booking website, or the link that the site that you can book me through. It's not my booking website, but the site you can book me through. And you could also message me to book me on Cameo. I'll send you the instructions for that. And all of that will give you the information to any donations that you want to make. And half that goes towards the American Cancer Society, except for any streams or any donations towards the bookings or Cameo, a portion that goes towards the Cancer Society. I've also been doing this without my rings on, which I usually have on, and my rubber bands. I forgot to put those on before I started stream, but that's okay. These things happen. This is a little bit insight of how I usually get ready for shows. In case you're ever wondering, I have 4 rubber bands on at any time, usually, and 3 of my rings on. And then any additional props I need. And a lot of times when I go out, I also have my rubber bands and rings on because it allows me to do many illusions at any time I feel appropriate. Let me check my phone while we're doing this, and then we will get onto the next illusion. Continue onward here, we have I'm going to do a little switch up here. We're going to go to an illusion called plasticity. Let's see where this is in the book. And there is a table of contents. I'm just not using it right now because I don't want to keep flipping back and forth between. So this is on page 67, is number 9. And before we start that, I'm going to take a sip of water. As always, important to stay hydrated while you're doing any activity, that is. So here we have a plastic bag. This is going to be off screen for right now. We'll come back to that in just a moment. We will use the space cards again, just because I like them. Actually, you know what? I haven't used the ice cards today. I have a lot of different cards at my disposal here for this show, so we'll use ice cards. These are the ice cards. If you've ever seen them, they are by Bicycle. All the decks I use today will be Bicycle printed or USCPP, United States Playing Card Company printed. But they are both owned by Bicycle. These are a little bit worn in, but they will work for what I want. I actually gave one of these cards away a long time ago to a friend of mine, to a close friend of mine. But that is also an option, by the way. If you ever want a signed card during this show, just message me in the chat or on my phone or Facebook or anyway, and we can figure something out. And a portion of that, again, will be donated to American Cancer Society. So any souvenirs can also be donated, can be done today too. If it has to be shipped, you will pay for the shipping, but that won't be included in the donation price or in the donation. With that being said, we are going to pick out a random card here. I'm not going to look at it. It's going to go right in the middle of the deck. This handling is also straight from the book. We're going to do a quick snap. And now I will see the card. It's a 5 of spades. Not the 5 diamonds, but it was close. It was weird how many cards we're getting close to again. Or his act with like the ace of diamonds earlier. This is going to go right in the middle of the deck. Like that. And then we're going to give the cards. We're going to put the cards in this plastic bag. But before we do that, we're going to give the cards a little shuffle. And this one, I'm trying to remember the story that I used for the book from the book. I can give you the exact story but I think it came to me in a dream. But I've also seen some more allusions to this on The Illusionist. So you can see the deck is completely inside the bag. I'm gonna seal the bag on top here. And I'm gonna move the deck to one side. Now we've separated one card from the rest. And you can see it's actually the card that you chose. Just there. And actually just fell out of the bag. Just like that. You can even pull it out of the bag. That is also an option. And you can jam it back in there just like this. And I can show you how it looks like to be pulled out of the bag. So you would do this, come over here, and just pull it right out of the side of the bag. That can be signed. All the cards are still inside the bag. That part of jamming it back inside the bag is not in the book. That was completely impromptu. I don't know if that even looked anywhere near what I wanted to do. I just was trying to think of another way that I could show you how to mess around with that effect. But I promise you that is not in the book. If you want to learn it, and it actually looks decent on the stream, you can pay me a nominal fee. That's what we call improv. Improv. Anyway, I would guess that like maybe one person got that joke. Moving onward, we are going to go into one more illusion, and now I'm going to take a quick intermission from the magic to talk about the book itself. And then we are going to continue on with the other 8 illusions. So we have done 6 so far. We got one more for the intermission that I was just speaking about, and then we're going to continue on until we are done. Once again, you can donate by clicking any of the links below or on the event page, or pages, I should say. They're also posted on my Facebook page. Actually, multiple pages. Half of all donations go towards the American Cancer Society, and a portion of any donations for my bookings or Cameo goes towards the American Cancer Society. Let's go right into Card to Anywhere. This will have advanced handling and will be different from what you would see in the book slightly. Once again, if you want to learn the advanced handling, message me at any time, and I will be willing to do that. You can also donate at any time. It's just only during this period from today until the 24th will half of it go towards American Cancer Society. And also during this time, the book is $5 off. So it's $20 for the paperback version. And $10 for the Kindle version. And that is for both versions. There's a original version printed because I could not take that one down, which is smaller. Do I have an example to show you guys? No, I do not. Not on me. Not easily accessible, but it's smaller. And then the newer version is bigger. That's pretty much the main differences between the two. There is a couple other content changes, but that's about it. So let's go into Card to Anywhere, which is number 6 in the book. And this is one of my favorite illusions. Basically, I've done this numerous times before in the past. This is going to involve another card that you've already seen, but that's just how things go sometimes. And this handling is mostly taught in the book, once again. Hold on 1 second. I do see that I got a message on Facebook, so let me just check that quickly before we get into this. Okay, nothing pertaining to the show, so nothing important, at least in that context. So I'm going to go through the deck like this. I would have somebody say stop in this case. So we would just have somebody say stop. I would cut the deck to where they told me to stop. And now I would actually have them either sign this card or just look at it. I just looked away, so I didn't see the card, just to make it clear. I would have this lost into the deck, like so. Now, if you look behind me, I have a Halloween decoration over this shoulder. There's a little ghost right behind me. Everybody say hi to the little ghost. His name is not Casper, for copyright reasons. But I want to show you what he is holding. I have not been anywhere near this ghost, except for when I got up to look at what the sound was. But that was the only time I went actually anywhere near it. The ghost is holding one card and only one card. I'm going to peel off the card, put it on top of the deck. Once again, this is the advanced handling that I would be willing to teach for a nominal fee. This would be signed and then hand it out like so in performance. I'm going to put our ghost back. just like that. And yes, I am wearing gym shorts. It's comfortable. I'm in my own house. It's fine. I don't need to be at the top of the fashion industry right now. Not trying to be Derek Zoolander. Again, one person probably got that joke. Moving onwards, comedy is hard. We are going to move on to a aptly named comedical illusion called Firmly Grasp It. And I would venture to guess that one of you gets that. Before we get into that, though, once again, you can donate by clicking any of the links below, or on my Facebook pages, or on the event pages, or if you can't find anything for any reason, message me in the chat, and I will help you there. Actually, I should post the links in the chat. That would be an amazing idea. Why did I not think of that earlier? A little bit late for this, but I can just post them right here. Is it too many words? It's too many words, is it? That's fun. Let's break it up into pieces. And let's go ahead and X that. Still too many words. Okay. Okay, it's showing me where I have to stop. Okay. So I will go like this. And we'll hit enter. And then we'll go like this. Hit enter. And I think that's still missing some stuff though. Yeah, that's miss some stuff. That's gonna be okay. Let me grab the stuff that's missing. That's still too much. Okay, so all those links are there now. I know they're kind of jumbled in the chat, but you could blame YouTube for that. But now we have all the links for donations in the chat. I am going to go over a little summary of the book and about the author. And then we'll get back into the magic. So if you buy the book, both versions, you will see on the back cover here. You can also buy the book signed. If you want to know information about that, message me, please. So it's in Mike the Magic Man was born in Southern Florida on February 12, 1991. He has been practicing and performing the art of magic for over 25 years, since I was 6 years old, if you want to do the math. You can figure out how old I am. He has a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and minor in Sports Management from the University of North Florida. He has performed around the Southeast United States and in Colorado. He is currently a photographer for PhotoX at the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. He enjoys practicing and performing magic along with listening to rock music, spending his times with his pets, my two pet snakes. I have a ball python and a corn snake. reading books about comic characters, watching sci-fi movies, playing video games in spare time. Thank you for purchasing this book. I hope you enjoy it. That is what it says on the back of the book. It is broken up into 4 sections. Those 4 sections are right here in the table of contents. There's also some pictures in the front if you buy my new version. The old version does not have the pictures. There's a special links page, and here's the contents. We have part 1, which includes chapter 1 of Beautiful Beginning, which is my intro to magic and my story of growing up, and a little bit of when I was actually in after I turned 18 or adult. Then we have chapter 2, which includes my family and friends' backgrounds and how I intermingled with them. Then we have chapter 3, which is the psychology of stage fright and coping with panic attacks, which talks about anxiety, business tips, a whole bunch of helpful advice on all of the different ways to not be, for lack of a better phrase, freaking out at times or just having a panic attack, depending on how you want to word it. There's financial advice, there's organization advice, there's performance advice, there's a whole bunch of a range of different topics in that chapter 3. And then part 2 includes the tutorials, and then there's an outro. So there's actually 5 sections of the book if you want to get that far. If you count the outro, which is really just a page, so it's not much of a fifth section. The whole book in its entirety is 79 pages long. Granted that there's not text all 79 pages because, as I said, there are some pictures. So if you're not the one to read, then you can just look at the pictures. But there's only pictures of me. It's not like of the illusion stuff. So you still have to read if you want to learn how to do that stuff. But you could watch the videos if you want to learn how to do tutorials. So you could actually just not read any of the beginning part. And if you just wanted to learn how to do tutorials, you could just read the second half and watch videos like this. But it would be more, this is only performances. So those videos also include tutorials of detailed instructions of how to do every single illusion in the book. Speaking of illusions, let's get back into it. So we are going to continue on with firmly grasp it. And yes, I will say it like that every time I announce the illusion. That'll be the last time I will be announcing this illusion, though. So we'll be using a rubber band, which I just dropped off screen, yes. Don't worry about it. We will come back to that rubber band in just a moment. So I would have a card chosen and signed. We'll be using the Maverick cards because I just grabbed those. Here's that card. It would be put back in the middle of the deck, just like so. And there are different ways to do this one. I don't know how many handlings I go into in the book. I'm going to stick with the book handling for today. But if you ever want to see additional handlings for this one, I would be willing to teach them too. So here is the 4 of spades, which would be signed, like I said, in the performance. This would go into the middle of the deck, like so. Here is, we're using orange rubber band today. Wrap around the deck like that. And I don't know if I did this correctly. We're about to find out. But here, you can see it's all the way around the deck. There we go. It's kind of happened quickly. I'll do that again just so you can see it from a different angle. So I'm going to show you from the top angle this time. And the card is around one, or the rubber band is around one card, and that's the 4 spades. Now, the reason why it is called firmly grasp it. Okay, I lied. I'm going to do it one more time. It's because when I do this for actual performance, I have it done like this. And there's a video I'm actually performing this one. It is also called elastic entrapment. I do love my alliteration when I can use it. It is a great business strategy, and it is definitely talked about in the book. So I usually have them hold it like this, and then as you can see, the card just moved by itself when I released my grip, and then there it is around the 4 spades again. We are going to move on to the next illusion, which also has a comedical name to it, which is The Joke Is On You. This was another one made for a cosplay originally, and this is a Joker theme one. And this is another time you will get to see me set this up right in front of your own eyes while having a little conversation about it. Hopefully everyone is doing well on this lovely Tuesday night. Terrific Tuesday night, as I would say usually. I would have somebody pick a card, sign it, and I would place it in the middle of the deck, just like that. And now we're going to use the top 3 cards and not any of the other 49 cards. I also tutor math, if you'd like to know. Once again, you could donate by clicking any of the links on the chat or messaging me, and then that will also get you the information to give half of that to the American Cancer Society, or I will donate half that towards American Cancer Society is what I was trying to say. So here's the Joker, where you use this little table again, which is just a candle, by the way. Here's a second Joker. And then here's the third card. And that third card happens to be the Queen of Hearts, by the way. So we have 2 Jokers and the Queen of Hearts. And I'll show you one more time. Here's the Joker. Here's another Joker. And here is the Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts, right here, is going to go right on the bottom. I recently performed this for my stepdad, actually, when I was in Tallahassee. I had an illusion already planned for him, which I will be performing that one also later today. But he asked to see another one, and this is why I showed him. This is a Joker. Oh, sorry. That is Joker. But like we said, we have the Queen of Hearts on top. So the Queen of Hearts is going to go right on top, and so you go to the bottom. So if you've been following, Queen of Hearts should be on not the bottom of the deck, apparently. Or a pile, I should say. Let's try to see if it's on top. Is the Queen of Hearts on top? The answer is no. Well, it must be in the middle then, because there's only one spot that could be left. And this is when I would actually have somebody pull the card out of the middle, and they would find the Joker. You want to know where the Queen of Hearts was? It actually was on the bottom the whole time. I know that makes no sense. Don't worry about it. But there's only one Queen of Hearts. So let me show you the top card here. Oh, that's also the Queen of Hearts. That's weird. Like I said, there's only one Queen of Hearts. So we take out the middle card. That should be a joker. That should be a joker. All right. Well, I have an answer for you. That is because I have ready a 1, a 2, a 3 jokers, and 1, and a 2, and 3 queens. So if this is a queen, and that's a joker, then this is definitely another. Okay. Yep, that's just your card. That's just weird. We're going to move on now. That wasn't weird. That wasn't confusing or weird or anything. That's what we call magic. I'm going to do this one live because I did not think about how to perform this one, but that's okay. Let me just grab one thing just in case, because I don't know if I have it here. If I had it, but maybe I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. Perfect. Again, this is how you prepare for something that I made noticing. Except I did point out to you guys just now. So it kind of ruins the... But you still don't know why I'm doing it, actually. So that's okay. We are going to use a specific card for this. Let's see here. Let's use this deck. We haven't used this deck yet today. And I do not care too much about this deck. So that will be good. Because we're going to be destroying cards here. We might need that in a moment. Let me check my phone again while I have a moment to do so. All right. So no message on the phone. Once again, you can donate by clicking any of the links in the chat, the description, Facebook pages, Facebook visit pages, Facebook event pages. Instagram profile also has those links. Any of the cash links, half of it will go towards the American Cancer Society. Any of the booking links, a portion will go towards the American Cancer Society. I finally have got that down after like the 20th time probably saying it today. So we have a stack of sticky notes here. And we have a deck of cards. But the extra cards I do not need on the bottom of the deck. Actually, I am going to use one of these cards for this presentation. I'll use this. I don't really care again about these, but I was going to use one of the extra cards that they give you for decks. Here, I did drop something off screen, but that's not important right now. So I'm going to choose a card at random. These cards were already shuffled before the show. I did just get a message, I believe, on my phone. So let me see if that's anything important. Nope. Okay. So we're back here. And we're going to take that card, put it in the middle of the deck. You can snap, and you see the 6 spades comes right to the top. We're going to put that in the middle. Snap again. You can see it comes right to the top. I don't know if this is exact handling that I use in the book, but this is pretty close. And if it's not, then I will this one I would teach pretty much for free because it's a little different. But we're going to tear off a corner here. In this case, I've got a large corner. Usually I don't tear off that large when I do these performances, but you can see it's right there. It's missing. And we're going to take one of the sticky notes and put the corner right there. Put it right here on top of that sticky note. Fold up the sticky note. And you can have this either burned or just toss it aside, like so. We snap, and you can see that that corner is now on the back of the card. And this would be given out as a souvenir. Moving onward. So that is Chaotic Horror Comeback. Let me see what number that is in the book. I believe that's number 10 or 11. Number 10. Good to know that. The inspiration for that is from Engel Z, which is an illusionist effect originally. And it's on page 68. Now we're going to continue on to a illusion that has a similar name to one that we did earlier called The Joke Is On You, but this one is called One Joke. And we'll be using the Maverick cards again for this. These are the less expensive version of bicycle cards. If you're ever interested, look up Maverick cards and you'll save a little money on any purchases. Continue onward now. I have a couple notifications on Facebook. Let me see what those are. Nothing too important. I haven't checked my message on Mike the Match Man Facebook also in a while, so let me do that while I'm on here. Okay. back to performing. Sorry about that. Can put these aside now. We are going to do, let's see, one joke. That was what we're going to do. So I'm going to perform this without any stickers, but I will make it clear where there would be a sticker if I was to use one. And I'll show you the book that I use most of the times while I'm performing this. There's also a video of me performing this in the book. So I have a card chosen at random. I believe this is not the handling I'm about to use. Once again, that is in the book, but it's advanced handling, which is fine. I have the card put back right here. Actually, just got to peek at the card once again. And what I would do is I would have them sign the front of that card, by the way, just to let you know. And then I would sign the back of the Joker and put a sticker from this book right here or any other theme sticker on the card, on the back of the card. And they could choose the sticker. I will use Halloween stickers at times, which I need to order some. That reminds me. For my next show in October, because This Is Halloween is coming up. Okay. So that would be done on the back of the. Sorry, that was your card. But what I meant to say was on the back of the Joker, we would do that. So we put the Joker right here, and we'll put it on the little table. So here, let me show you one more time. Since we've gotten a little distracted here. Joker goes down right here, okay? Now, this is the longer version. I don't know if I teach this in the book or not. Once again, if you want to pay a nominal fee, you're more welcome to. The way I got the card to the top and the way I got my peak to know what the card was definitely is not taught in the book. I will tell you that right now. But what you can do is you can go one by one like this, and you can say, this is kind of like your card. This is also kind of like your card. And then you just go through here, and they're going to look through to find their card, and they will not find their card anywhere in the deck. Now, I'm going to speed this up because we're stream, but trust me when I say that you would not find anything but your card. You also find one single Joker in the deck, which would confuse people because, as you remember, I put one Joker down right here. But that card actually is your card. And that would be signed and have a sticker on the back. That is one of my favorite illusions to perform. Moving on to one of my favorite illusions once again to perform, we have something that I came up with recently. Now, I will say that this is definitely not taught in the book, this version. A modified version is taught in the book, but the mentalism part and the mathematical part is not taught in the book. I do explain towards the end of the video for the tutorial that I will teach that for a nominal fee. Once again, you can donate by clicking any of the links in the chat or on the Facebook pages or on the event pages or on my Instagram. Half of it goes towards American Cancer Society, except for the bookings, which will be a portion of the American Cancer Society. Let me check to make sure I don't have any phone notifications while we are transitioning from one to another. Nothing of note. I just want to. Check one more time. Okay. So now we are going to transition to a illusion called Mystery Card, which, like I said, I performed that for my stepdad recently. Now this one is 100% customizable, which is what I love about it. You're going to see, this is number 11 in the book, by the way, and one joke was number 9, I believe, in the book. Let me see. No. Just kidding. Number 12. Okay. It's also called Spectacular Stickback, but I prefer the name One Joke for that last one. This is just called Mystery Card. The way this is formed is I will cut the deck partially, and then I will say somebody stop. Lift up the cards where they stopped. I will have them sign this card right here. It doesn't matter if I see the card, it's just they're going to sign it. I will sometimes turn away like this when they sign it, so I don't see it. And then I will usually have them put their hand out, but today we're going to use this little table or candle as the hand. And the 4 of hearts in this case would go right there. Then I would instruct them to imagine their middle name, and you can, anybody on the stream right now or is watching the stream after it is posted can do this along with me. If you need to write out or use a calculator, feel free. It is rather simple math, I would say, but there's a couple things that you will have to do. So we have the 4 hearts right here. I'm actually going to hold it like this so you can see it the whole time. And what I want you to do is take your middle name. Realize that I do not know most of your middle names probably that are watching this right now. Even if you're watching it after on the recorded version. I want you to count the number of letters in your middle name. So you should have a number probably from 1 to 10. I don't know anybody's middle name that's 1 letter long, so probably closer from 3 to 10, I would imagine. If your name's longer than 10 letters, that could happen too. But most names are going to be, middle names are going to be between 3 and 10 letters. Maybe 3 and 15 if we're being safe. So count the number of letters in your middle name, multiply by 10. You definitely have a 2-digit number now. And if your middle name was 1 letter long somehow, you would still have the number 10. I promise you. I want you to subtract 5 from that number. And then you have a 2-digit number now. And take the last digit of that 2-digit number. Wait for the plane to fly over. Okay. Now, after the plane is done flying over, you're going to add 2 to that number. So you should have had 5 before, just to make that clear. So you're going to add 2 to 5. And then you're going to go to that letter in the alphabet. So 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C, 4 is D, 5 is E, 6 is F. Actually, you should add 1 more to that number. So you should have 7, add 1 more. This is called improv again. And I will admit I usually use the letter E for elephant in case you're thinking of that later. So I want you to imagine you're walking in a zoo and you look down over the first exhibit and you see this animal that starts with this letter. I will go through the number calculation just one more time to make sure we're on the same page. So middle name, count the number of letters, multiply by 10, subtract 2 from there, go to that. Now the last letter, the last digit of that number, or that 2-digit number, goes to that letter in the alphabet. Should be the number 8 in this case, and you'll get H. A1, 2, B, 3, C, 4, D, 5, E, 6, F, 7, G, H, 8. That's where I was making sure that we're on the same page here. Now you should be thinking of an animal that starts with an H, just to make that clear. And you can see first, before I show you what's on the back of this card, I want you to see that you can kind of tell it's a red card. There are no other red cards in this whole deck. There's only one red card, and we just happen to choose it. And then now it says hippo. So if you were thinking of hippo, then I did my job correctly. Once again, you can donate by clicking any of the links in the chat or following the instructions in the chat. There are also links on my Facebook page, my Facebook business page, my Instagram. Half of all donations go towards the American Cancer Society, except for any bookings, which a portion of them go towards the American Cancer Society. We are on the grand finale portion of this stream. We have 3 more illusions to go, which are going to be Friendly Fix-On, Instant or Ink Morph, which I need to actually grab the supplies for that one. And then the other one would be the last one will be candy color coordination. Give me about 5 minutes to grab the supplies for Ink Morph, because I forgot that I did not have it here with me, and I'll be right back. All right, there's the supplies for Ink Morph. Let me check my phone. No notifications. Perfect. And if you stick around, I will have a couple of extra illusions towards the end of this that I'd like to perform on occasion, but are not taught in the book. I think I'll do that today too. We'll do 3 of those. And that will be the end of the stream. Let me grab one more thing actually before we finish. Actually, I can just use this. Never mind. I don't need to grab anything. That'll work. Okay. Perfect. So we are going to continue on with Friendly Fix-On, or Friendly Fire. Friendly Fix-On Fire is the name of the illusion. This is number 13, I believe, in the book. Let me see here if I'm correct. And I am, is on page 73. This is the only illusion in the entire book that is not safe for children. So if you are teaching somebody, or if you bought the book for somebody that is under the age of 16 or 18, depending on how I wrote in the book, but it's the same either way if you think about it, then they are to make sure that they have adult supervision when dealing with fire. So I'm going to light this now because we will need it later. Okay, so that candle is lit. I'll show you right there. Like I said before, make sure you have adult supervision if you're not above the age of 16 or 18. Again, once again, those are kind of one and the same, but that's okay. And then we are going to use the Maverick cards as they are the easiest to see. Put the hippo off to the side. And we're go ahead and quickly get this set up. Hopefully I have the cards I need in here. Yep, right there and right here. So I would go ahead and cut the cards. I would have you say stop. Right there. We're going to show you the card that you stopped me at, which is right here. And we're going to put that down, or I take that in my hand right here. We're going to put this card off to the side for right now. But this is the card you chose. And we'll come back to the other card in just a moment. We have a prediction here that I wrote before the show. And it says prediction. And it says that you will choose the 7 of spades, which you did choose right here. So that prediction is right. But that means that I am holding a different card here. So we're going to put this to the side for a second. And I'm going to try to get this on screen. Just a little bit. There we go. So now I'm going to get the rest of this to go. I love doing this for cameos or for live performances. This is one of my favorite performances to do. I did this for a gig once for audition, So this is kind of hard to see, but it says the 10 clubs. Let me see if I can get the rest of this. There we go. So this changed into the 10 clubs right there. And if you look at the card, it also changed into the 10 clubs. And then you blow out the candle and put the cover back on. And fortunately, the smoke alarm didn't go off in my house, but I thought it might. We are going to continue on to Ink Morph. This is advanced handling. Once again, I'm going to do this as more of a mind read, but also a little bit of a, we're going to do this more of a mind read, but a little bit of an illusion also. And you're going to use your imagination for this. Because I don't want to ruin something later on, you'll see. But the way to actually have a souvenir handed out is taught in the book. Once again, you can donate by clicking on any of the links in the chat, Facebook, business page, or personal pages, Instagram pages, and that will allow you to, that will activate half the donations going towards the American Cancer Society. I will be doing that portion. And then any bookings for my shows, a portion of that will go towards that. So we have here some little flashcards that I use for my nephews and my tutoring. And I'm going to just have you say stop at one of the cards. I'm going to close my eyes, okay? So I'm going to show you, I'm going to mix up the order a little bit too for you guys. So you know I'm not cheating. But I'm going to pick a number from 1 to 26 randomly. Let's go with, I know this isn't necessarily random, but it will still work in theory because it's, I don't know the order of the cards. So we'll go with 12 for my birthday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so you guys are going to memorize that card. I'm going to grab that little table. We're going to put that card down on the table. Not only that card. There we go. Now I can see again. That was a magic in itself that I was able to do all that without looking. So I'm going to put these back in the rubber band and put them on the side. The rubber band might have just broke. Oops. I will replace that off screen here, but we're going to put that right there. Okay. Let me see if I can save this quickly for the time being. So I want everyone to remember the card. Now, when I do this performance live, which is on my YouTube in a couple different spots, it's also in the book, that same link. I have people stop whichever one interests them. So there's not a number chosen or anything like that beforehand. It's just whichever one catches their eye. That's how I do that. Okay, I just was tying the rubber band around the cards. I will replace that rubber band later, but I just want to save it for now. So I don't know this card again. If you need to memorize this card again, here it is. My eyes are closed, and now my eyes are open, but it is face down. So once again, I do not know it. Then I would take out this little box here, which has gotten smaller over time because I hand these out as souvenirs during my shows. And right here, you can see there's a bunch of cards that are red backs on that side and then blank on this side. So we're going to use one of those blank cards to make a drawing. And this is where I'm going to need you to use imagination a little bit because it's a little bit different than what I usually do. So I would draw, and then I would have you sign the back of this card right here. And then I would show you the back of that card, or the front of that card, I mean. And you would see it's kind of like a Rorschach test right there, or ink blot test. Rorschach is the fancy name that they use in psychology. Ink blot is the more layman name. But this is supposed to be imagining whatever you want to be. In this case, you would usually imagine what is on that card. Again, here is the card. Again, my eyes are closed. I cannot see it. And then I would wave my hand over this like this. And it would change into the image. Now, right now, this is just a blank card because I didn't draw anything. Shocking, I know. In case you're wondering, the Sharpie's over here. So that would have been amazing if somehow an image just magically appeared on the card. Thought for later. Anyway, that is the image right there that would normally be on the card or of the card. I'm going to do a little bit of psychology and mind reading here. So I am going to grab that image from your mind through the computer screen, wherever you're sitting right now. If you're watching this on recording, I'm going back in time to grab that image. And we're going to go ahead and here you are. Here is that image once again. Now I want to imagine a hand. Either your left or right, because it's not specified, I think, on the card from what I know. And it's pointing towards like a part of the hand. In this case, a fingernail. Whoa! That is absolutely bonkers. So yes, that is 100% described. It is pointing right towards the finger and the fingernail, as I said. And we are going to continue onward towards the last book illusion, and I'm going to do 3 extra illusions, like I said, of ones I like to perform. Some I'm just working on new, and some I've been performing for a while. This one was the finale of my most recent kids show that I did in Georgia. I originally was going to do the fire one, but then I thought about this and realized that this would be a better option. And, kids love candy, so why not? Let me just clear a little space here. Alrighty. So we have a sealed bag of M&Ms here. Let me show this side. Not a sponsor, by the way. But there's your seal bag. And then we have a little cup here with some little pieces of paper in it. Now these are all mixed up. I'm going to use our little table here one more time. I'm going to put another little box on top of the table to make it a little bit wider. I can pick up the box. There we go. And we're just going to place these in random order. And then I'm going to randomly pick a number from 1 to 6. Actually, I'm going to do it on my phone here, which allows me to check the phone also. But we're going to grab a random number generator. And the max is going to be 6. Generate. And Google has chosen 5. Let me show you what I have here, just so that we're all on the same page. There you go. So Google chose 5, which has 4 letters, F-I-V-E. So this is going to be the one that we use. And I have my eyes closed, as you can see once again. I'm going to hold this way, and then back this way, because I don't know which way is the proper way for this to be shown to you. You just have to keep spinning it until you see it. Okay, I'm going to look once just to make sure that this is the right way. There you go. So this is green. Now, it doesn't make too much difference because the bag was sealed when we started. So it's not like I could change anything regardless of what number was chosen. And the bag is still sealed. And then there's a random number chosen by Google. So that's not going to make too much difference anyway if I see it, the choice here. What is going to make a difference, and let me grab our plastic bag here also. Is when I tear this open, just like so. Pour this into the bag. Make sure I don't make a mess here. There's only one color M&M in this whole bag of it being sealed. It is all green M&Ms. I am going to put these aside to eat later for a little treat. Give myself my own little trick-or-treating option. And here is the promised encore for the show. We're going to start off with a very simple 2 money illusions, and then we'll finish with a card illusion. So here we have 2 quarters. We can take the 2 quarters and 25 plus 25, in case anybody didn't know, equals 50. And that is a 50-cent piece right there. We can take the 50-cent piece put it right here inside my hand and toss it right back into the cup, just like so. So that's something new I've been working on. And then you can drop it on the floor, just like that. That's not magic. That's just called accident. A happy little accident. Moving onward now. I have another illusion that I did recently for the Rising Star of Jacksonville. With a $5 bill. Once again, these last three are not ton of the book. But you can still donate to buy the book or toward any of the links that are on the screen right now in the chat or on the Facebook pages or on the Instagram page, or just message me for any information about that. I would have somebody put their initials on this sticky note, but we're not going to do that right now. Have the sticky note folded over the $5 bill. Have a pencil right in the middle of the $5 bill. Pushed through the sticky note and the $5 bill. I just lost $5. Well, that's fun. Should have just bet on the Knicks, as the saying goes. We're going to pull it right through the middle. And we're going to do a little time manipulation. You can see there's definitely a hole right there. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it on screen, but it was definitely a hole right there in the middle of the sticky note. But in the $5 bill, I did not lose $5 because not only did I not bet on the Knicks, but there are no holes in the $5 bill. Sorry to any Knicks fans that are watching this at any point in time. We're going to continue on with one more illusion, and this is my new illusion that I've been working on recently. Once again, I have the card signed. So I would have a card chosen. I've also worked on this with a photo version of this, but so this card would be signed. Let's choose a new card, actually, because I saw that card. So there we go. Okay, I didn't see that one. And then actually what I would do normally is I would have a picture taken of this card or have you sign this card on the back. Just like that. So this part would be signed on the ace diamonds. And then they would hold this card facing away from them. So they would actually hold it like this. Now I can see the camera and you can see the camera. But that's the point, is that it would change right into their card. They would hold this the whole time. The picture would be taken of the ace of diamonds. And then when I show them the picture, it would change into their card with the signatures, both on the front and back. So that is the new illusion I am working on. You got to see a little bit of a preview. Thank you everyone for watching. We have gone for about 2 hours now, hour and 50 minutes to be exact. And I am hoping we will get some donations after the stream, since we did not get any during the stream, but that's okay. It happens. I did this on a Tuesday night, which I know is not everybody's time to always be home necessarily. But I also know that if I did this on a different night, everybody might be out. So it just is the way things go sometimes. Once again, you can donate by clicking on any of the links on the chat, in the YouTube chat, in the description, on the Facebook pages, on the Facebook event pages, Instagram. Any of those donations that are not for booking me, half of that will go towards the American Cancer Society. A portion of all bookings for any shows or cameos will be donated towards the American Cancer Society also until this. I might do a portion of Art Walk. We'll see how much I make during the next Art Walk. I have not decided about that yet. Thank you for watching. And there will be a recorded version of this up sometime tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the 18th. Till then, have a magical rest of your night and day.